All right, Andrew. He's a stand-up comedian and social media writer for the Dad Man on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
Um,
the dad Netflix family. Yeah.
awesome, man. So let's talk about it, man. Um, let's start with the writing stuff. How did you yeah, get a job as social media writer for the Dad and Netflix family?
Yeah. So I mean, I've been writing for a couple years on Twitter, and um, honestly, this was not the ways to get into this are very often luck, which wasn't my case. People saw my writing, they reached out to me. I got the job with a dad. People saw my work on the dad. Netflix family reached out. But I think a large part of that was just consistency. Was that you've got a lot of comedians that are don't want to do the promotion side,
Hmm.
which I get, but the work on social media leads to a lot of other work. Not as much as it did a few years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, you could get a job at late night just from your work on Twitter. That's not as much the case now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean that was basically it. Was I started writing? I found someone, or I happened to know a person I realized was an editor for the dad. I reached out, sent them some samples, and so got taken on there. And then yeah, same thing with Netflix Family. They reached out, you put together a packet, and obviously if they like your work, you're good to go. The work into there are a lot of pathways into this though for TV writing, which is obviously the goal for most of us that are doing stand up is to eventually get to that side.
Yeah.
A little bit harder to get into,
Heard that.
but
Yep.
this has been a really good place to start.
Okay, so you put together just a packet. How? Okay, let's explain how does the packet set up?
I mean, depends on the company. Most of the time, it's a writing sample,
Okay.
which is great if you have a backlog. If you can get a couple of articles out there, that's a great thing to do. There are plenty of places that allow submissions. Points in Case, McSweeney's, these are good ones to get to. And then, yeah, put together a collection of your best work, and they'll probably have some prompts too. They want you to put together something for them. The thing is, if you're doing social media work for a company, they want to make sure you can write in their voice, which is a skill you should have anyway, because you're going to need to do that if you are writing for anybody else's show. You want to be able to
Yeah.
match their voice. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. Then just put the time in, go through their stuff, read as much as you can, get a sense of what they're looking for, and they're interested in you because they like your style too. Make sure you've got your own influence in there, but then yeah, just show them you can write for them, and I think a lot of that is just putting the time in, just doing the research.